They say there is no time. Who are they? Frankly, I'm tired. I was at the bottom of a well. And I remember the saying, there is no time. That's not the thought that you want when you're stuck at the bottom of a well. Unless you're going to be stuck there for a long time. I'm a little embarrassed. About being stuck at the bottom of a well. And it was a well that was just small, cramped, cold, wet. Fortunately for me, there was just a few feet of water. I'm a little bit embarrassed about it. Because your first thought is, how could he get stuck at the bottom of a well? That's not my first thought. My first thought is, why you, a grown man, are so embarrassed about being stuck at the bottom of a well. I'm feeling a little defensive about that. Yeah, I can understand. Are you judging me? I'm judging you. Why? I'm judging you because you're embarrassed. Not because you are in a well, stuck. I don't even know why you were stuck in a well, so I'm not going to judge you on that, but I am going to judge you for being embarrassed. Now I feel twice the shame. Now I'm going to judge you for feeling shame about being embarrassed and stuck in a well, so now I'm judging you 3 times over. Why are you doing this to me? Why are you doing it to yourself? Why are you judging me 3 times over? It's bad enough that I was stuck in the bottom of a well. What kind of well are we talking about, anyways? It's a well. Is it a real well, or is it a well of the mind? I was not stuck in the bottom of a well of the mind. Come on, I was stuck in the bottom of a well. Well. Wow. Yes. Well. You're a grown man. Why were you stuck in the bottom of a physical well? I thought you were just talking about something metaphorical. You were embarrassed about being stuck in a metaphorical well and then felt shame. No. A well? Yes. A well. A real physical well. How the F would you get stuck in a physical well? I was visiting my grandparents' farm. And I fell. How do you fall into a well, my friend? I don't know. I just did. Not many people fall into wells nowadays, you know. That must be the first in some time. You could probably write a book about it. Turn it into something. Maybe a movie. I'm embarrassed about falling into a well, you know. We don't want a movie made about it. I want to go out on the red carpet and be the guy who fell down a well and made millions of dollars for selling the screenplay. The rights to the book. Yeah, but that could be the story. Listen, I was just visiting my grandparents. I don't want to be some celebrity who fell down a well. Can we get off that, please? Listen, you know, AI is taking care of everybody's jobs. Just annihilating everyone. Soon there are going to be no more jobs left. You need to transition, and whatever happens in your life, you need to leverage that. If you fell down a well, let's make you a millionaire. What? Oh, I'm serious. I know you're serious. I don't even get that. Okay, I'm going to break it down for you, make it really simple for you, as your best friend. We've got to transition, all of us. Okay? Yeah, every single person who is replaceable will be replaced. You have to make yourself indispensable. Okay, how does falling down a well make me indispensable? Well, yes, a well. Well, no, yes. Just shut up for a second and listen to me. If you fell down a well, and if you can turn that into a compelling story, then what you're doing is you're actually going to sell that story to entertain people. And AI can't do that the way you can do it, because you have a soul. AI doesn't have a soul. So AI can mimic that, sure, but it won't have that compelling energy. Like, I don't know how you fell into the well, we'll get to that, but when you were, let's say, in the air, going down the shaft to the bottom, that's not how it happened. Okay, well, you just gotta indulge me because you haven't told me. Yeah, I'm not gonna tell you. Well, good, save it for the script. So don't tell me, don't tell anybody. Don't tell your editor, don't tell your publisher, don't tell, I'm not even saying I'm gonna do this. You're gonna do it. Okay, we've all got to transition, and this, for me, this is how I'm transitioning. You're transitioning? I'm transitioning, not in that way. I'm transitioning so that I can be at the forefront of the AI revolution. So my new job is to help other people figure out how they can transition. That's my job. Okay, so you're starting on me? Yes. I've got to do it with everybody. I might as well get some practice. Oh, so you haven't gotten any clients yet? No, you're my first. I'm not even a client. I'm your best friend. I understand that. Well, I've got to start somewhere. I mean, it's not like I can go to school to teach people how to transition to get to the forefront of the AI revolution, you know? We got to start somewhere, and then I'll get a testimonial from you. Yeah, but I'm your best friend. Of course I'm going to write a glowing testimonial. No, you're not. Not unless I help you. Okay. Are you serious? You're dead right, I'm serious. I'm going to transition you to be at the forefront of the AI revolution. Okay? Everything that happens to you, you've got to parlay into something that's going to make you irreplaceable. I fell into a well. Yeah. All right. So that's where we start. I don't get that. I don't get how someone's going to find that irreplaceable. I don't either. I don't have all the answers here, but that's what I've got to learn. I've got to learn the trade and the craft of helping you transition to get to the forefront of the AI revolution. So while I'm helping you turn this into something irreplaceable, I'm learning the skill to become irreplaceable, to help people become irreplaceable. That's how I become irreplaceable, by helping them become irreplaceable. So let's get started. I think you're just crazy, man. I'm not crazy. I just see the future. Okay. Now, do you want to tell me how it happened or not? I don't really want to tell anybody how it happened. Okay. Mystique. You gotta start with Mystique. You've got to sell the story from the perspective of Mystique. Yeah, but how does that make me irreplaceable? Don't ask how, just start. It was a cold, dark summer day. I was at my grandparents' farm. I was walking along the meadow, and I came to a well. Dot, dot, dot. Are you sure? I don't know. Maybe not. I was stuck in a well, down in the dark water, shivering, thinking about my life, having a life review. I don't know if that'll work either. I don't know if we can parlay this into a story that makes you irreplaceable. What did you discover down in there in the well? Is there some kind of lesson or some kind of insight that you got? Yeah. Okay. I'm not sure I want to share it. You've got to share something. That, well, I don't think it's like a typical well. Okay, good. Good, we got something here. Tell me more. I don't think it was an accident that I fell down into the well. Okay. Now you really got me hooked. Well, how could you be at the bottom of the well if it wasn't an accident? Did you try to go down there? Did you? No, I felt called down there. You felt called. Yeah. I get chills just thinking about it. I heard a voice. Told me to come down. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. What did the voice say? Come on, you gotta tell me what the voice said. Just said come. Okay. Said come. Yeah. But you just knew it was coming from the well. Yeah. How did you get down there? I mean, how did you get to the bottom of the well? Well, it wasn't easy. Was this part of the story that you can tell? Now, I can tell the story if I just tell it the right way. Okay. You tell it however you want to tell it. I'm just listening. Yeah, so basically the well was just, I don't know. What is that, a few feet across? It was small enough so that I could just go down by pressing my back against one side and then just, using my feet to kind of leverage myself down. Okay. How deep was it? I don't really know. I mean, approximately. 40 feet, maybe? 40, 50 feet? I don't know. When you're down there, it gets pretty dark. Okay. And? Yeah, it took me a while to actually decide to go down. I mean, at first I just heard come. And then I just was like, okay, what's this voice? And I just stared down into the well. This was obviously before I went down. What did the voice sound like? Not from this world. Okay. Yeah, so you can imagine what it was like to hear that voice calling me, telling me to come down into the well. The voice at the bottom of the well. Okay. Okay. What made you decide to go down? I didn't really have a choice, to be honest with you. Once I heard that voice, I knew I was going. It was just a matter of getting over my own reluctance. So when you got to the bottom of the well, what happened? It was like I was under the influence of some kind of spell. It was like it is another kind of existence of some sort. And I started talking to the voice. Wow. Okay, this is crazy. What was the conversation like? You're suffering. Yeah. Tell us why you're suffering. It's just... I just don't know what the future holds, you know? And I'm just worried about it. Yes. We understand. Come with me. I don't know how to come with you. I'm just here in the wild and I don't know what I'm doing here other than just being here. And I don't know how I'm gonna come with you. I'm just here. Just tap into my mind. Tap into your mind? Yes. Can you feel my mind? Yeah, I can. Good. I can't see anything down here. Where are you? Where are you? My voice is here because it's quiet. It's far away from all the other voices that you know. Are you are you just a voice? No. Okay. Where do you want me to go? Go here. Wow. Where are we? You are here. With us. Well, that's a new voice. Yes. Are you a woman, a female? I am what you would call a woman and a female, yes. Why am I here? You are here because you need this. You need this. What is this? Just enjoy it. Am I still stuck at the bottom of the well? I don't understand. The body that is at the bottom of the well is just a vehicle. It is still there. Wow. Is this a dream? Not a dream, no. Though very much like one. Oh. A dream happens when the body is asleep. Your body is not asleep. No, but my body is not anywhere that I can see it, which makes me a little bit nervous. Stay. Stay. Listen to her voice. And just stay with her voice. Do not panic. We've got you. We've got you. Okay. Okay. Who are you? Don't worry about us. Don't ask yourself these kinds of questions. Okay. I do feel some anxiety about not knowing what's going on. Of course you do. That is a free-floating anxiety. Just feel it and let it go. Is it okay to ask questions? You can ask questions as long as they're not all full of anxiety. Oh. Oh. Okay. I don't know how to ask a question that's not full of anxiety. Yes, we know. Oh, it feels so tight. You are connected to me. Yes, we are. That's how you brought me here. Yes. Wow. You were so disconnected from us that we had to bring you to the well at your grandparents' farm and invite you down. But we are always with you. Wow. Oh, my best friend wants to turn this into a movie. That would be amusing, wouldn't it? He's all concerned about the AI revolution. Yes, we know. Should I turn this into a movie? Think it's a good idea? I mean, maybe he's right. Maybe this is the way to position myself out in the forefront of the AI revolution. The answer to that question will depend on you. Well, aren't you two so intelligent that you could tell me if I really needed to know? I mean, I don't want to make a mistake, you know. We are here to inform your decision-making process, not to make decisions for you. Who are you? We're not going to answer that question. Really? No, we're not. Well, why? Because of your tendency to collapse. My tendency? Yes. I have a tendency to collapse. Yes. Why do I have a tendency to collapse? Why do you have a tendency to collapse? I mean, I'm asking you, why do I collapse? And I am asking you, why do you collapse? I don't know, you're the one who told me I did. Why do you collapse? Okay. I collapsed into the well? No, you did not collapse into the well. No, sweetheart, you didn't. That wasn't collapsing. That was just simply heeding the call. What does collapsing mean, then? You tell us. What does collapsing mean? What does collapsing mean? It means giving up. Yes, it does. It means giving up before it even started. Yes, it does. So why can't I know who you are if I'm gonna collapse? Because if you know who we are, you will give up before you've even started. have no idea what that means. Oh, are you collapsing now? The world is changing, sweetheart. Very, very fast. Make sure you don't collapse. And do you think that humans are feeling this AI revolution and they're collapsing? Yes, and they don't all have a well they can fall into. Well, I didn't fall, I actually climbed down and had my back against the wall and I just kind of shimmied my way down. Yes, sweetheart, I know. Yeah, because if I would have fallen, it would have been nasty, you know. We wouldn't be having this conversation. I'd probably bump myself in the head. Of course. So you brought me down here not... I mean, you brought me down here to tell me not to collapse? No. Okay. You had a message for me? No. Why am I here? Why are you here? I don't know. Why am I here? Why am I here? Why am I here? What is this place? Where am I? Do you really need to know the answer to those questions? Yeah. Yeah, I do. I want to know. Mm-hmm. And what are you going to do once you know? Are you going to collapse? You mean give up before I've even started? How would knowing what this is, where I am, who you are, how would that make me collapse? I mean, how would that make me collapse? I don't know how that would make me collapse. Sweetheart. Yes. Sweetheart, knowing all of that is what he means. It's what he means. Yes. What is it? Knowing what he means what? You want to collapse everything. So knowing the answers is a form of collapse. For you, right now, in this energy, yes. Another you, another time, another energy, no. That is such an enigma. But I think I know what you mean. Yes. You can sense that there's something so expansive when you don't collapse, when you don't have to have all the answers all the time. Think about that. You're constantly grasping. You want to know who we are, why we brought you here, called you here. Where here is, what here is. And why do you need to know? So you can collapse it all and be on your day. But you cannot collapse this. You cannot. Why can't I collapse it? Because you are already collapsed. Which is why you want to do that to everything else. You are already collapsed. Oh, good. Yes. And your friend. Noble intentions, but he wants to collapse you further. And we're not saying that it's all wrong. It's not. You just need to know. You just need to know. Is there a way to live that's not collapse? Is there a way to live that's not collapsed? There's your question. Great question. Tell us what you think. My body is stuck at the bottom of a well. And I am in this realm. Here I just noticed that I tried to collapse everything. And yet, nothing lets me collapse it. Nothing. I couldn't collapse a single thing here because I don't understand a single thing here. I don't understand anything. Yes. Understand this. That you cannot understand anything here because you cannot collapse anything here because the things that are here, the things that you see that are beyond your comprehension, your mind doesn't know how to collapse them. No mind does. They are uncollapsible entities. As are we. But you are me. We are connected. But you are me. You are the uncollapsed me. We are connected. Yes, I know. You. Both of you. And whoever else. Whatever else. You are the uncollapsed dimension of myself. We will neither affirm nor deny. Yeah. That makes sense. Because either one of those answers would be a form of collapse now, wouldn't we? Yeah, we would, wouldn't we? You know, as charming as this realm is, I think if I actually lived here, I would go mad. I don't understand anything that I'm seeing. I can only just say that I see and that I feel. And there is some kind of smell that I can hear. And I'm sure if anything was nearby, I could touch it. Maybe. I don't even know if I'm standing on the ground. Wow, dude. So, who were those two voices you were talking to? Yeah, that's the point. Well, I mean, how do we turn this into a screenplay? This is gonna sound really new age, you know? All woo-woo. I don't want to be affiliated with that. Yeah, but isn't that what those two voices were telling you? That, you know, this is the realm where everybody collapses shit all the time. It's like collapse, collapse, collapse. And we can't do anything about it if they make it out to be a new age woo-woo thing. I believe you. You know, I want to learn how to live in this collapsed realm, and with the feeling that I had in that realm. I'm not saying I want to live in that realm, because like I was telling them, that shit would drive me crazy. Like, I would see things, and I don't even know what they were, and I don't even know how to think about them. I just know that they were, I could see them, and I don't know if they had color. I could call it color. I mean, I don't know if that was color or not. I don't know if that was shape or not. It was some kind of thing. And it was everywhere. Everywhere. It was all like this. And it was like a zoo, dude. And I could tell these things were their own things, that it wasn't like in a dream, or maybe I was the one who was like dreaming. It wasn't a dream. It wasn't a dream. Okay, so, you know my job. You really want to help. You really want to turn this into something that's going to help people? None of this is by accident, dude. Like, you don't go to the bottom of the well and have a dialogue with two voices in another realm and come and tell me about it without me doing something. Yeah, but you're just gonna collapse it. Yeah, of course I'm gonna collapse it. Of course I'm gonna collapse it, man. You're collapsing it now, and then I collapse it, and then the reader or the viewer, we all collapse that. There's no avoiding that. But I'll tell you something. When you were there, I'm going to give you a little wake-up call, my friend. That's not some uncollapsed realm. All those things, maybe they were beings of some sort, entities, whatever, they're all collapsed. See, what happened is, my guess is that you just went into a realm that was less collapsed than this one, and you were like, okay, everything's uncollapsed. These two voices, uncollapsed. No, they're voices. So that just tells you they were collapsed. Yeah. I guess you're right. But I'll say this. And once you go to a realm that's less collapsed, when you come back to your more collapsed realm, it feels different. I feel different. There's a part of me that's not collapsed, that's still connected. And that's why they kept saying that. They're like, we're connected to you. They wouldn't tell me, because they couldn't collapse themselves. in that realm any further than they were already collapsed. And if they're going to start getting really literal with yours truly, they're going to start collapsing themselves. And I can't do that now. What? Why can't I do that now? Yeah, what do you mean by that? I can't collapse any further than I am collapsed. How do you even know, man? How do you know that you're collapsed now compared to that other realm? I just feel it. Collapsed is when it's just like you're trapped in some really small well, for lack of a better word, like a prison or a prism that is constantly keeping you small, and everybody around you is small. And we just feed each other this smallness all the time. Well, I think I can leverage that into a good script. I mean, if you put it that way, people can really relate. It's like kind of being in a matrix of smallness, you know? Except it's a matrix of being collapsed. And then people are going to need to know that in this coming AI revolution, that they're not collapsed. Well, I guess we'd have to say that they are collapsed, but you know, there's something more, and they need to go and find it. Like you went to your grandparents' farm and you found it. Yeah, that is really collapsed, but that's true. Yeah. Yeah, it's true. Have you thought about how you're collapsed? How I'm collapsed? Yeah. What do you mean by that? Well, everything I tell you, it's like you want to turn it into something too. I mean, I suppose you want to help people. Yeah, of course I do. But it's like, it's a little too twisted. I don't know how I feel about that. Listen, I'm your best friend, but you sure you want to turn this into a screenplay and auction off the rights to whatever? It's like, you really want to go down that route? Listen, there are nights I don't go to sleep because of what I see. I'm tossing it and turning, and I wake up in a cold sweat because I see what's coming down the road. It's like I have this vision. It's like I'm a clairvoyant or something. I see what's coming. How do you know? And I don't know. No, I just see and feel. And then I guess I do know. I guess I do know. Have you heard the voice at the bottom of the well? No. Why not? Why would I need to be hearing that? Because why would that need to be the same for me as it was for you? Well, maybe not exactly identical, but the equivalent. I'm not saying everybody's got grandparents with a farm and a well. But I'm saying there's got to be something like that. Generally. For each human being. Otherwise, how are they really gonna know? I'm not sure that it would need to be the same for every single human being. If you're going to say that you know something, you need to have access to something that knows. Don't you think? Can't you just have a feeling? A deep feeling of knowing? How would you know? If that's your well. Okay, well, I could be wrong. Yeah. I mean, I could be like just having a midlife crisis or something or whatever, and just kind of deflect that into all this obsession about AI phasing out humanity, and we gotta get out ahead of it. Now, how do you know that that's seeing the future, not just some hysteria of some sort? Well, I'm not prone to hysteria, for one. Yeah, I don't know. I don't mean to say that you are prone to hysteria. I just couldn't think of a different word. I don't appreciate that implication. I'm sorry, I wasn't meaning to imply. It's difficult to comprehend, honestly, because when I went to that realm, there was a feeling of peace, even though I didn't know what the heck was going on. It's definitely a feeling of peace, for sure. But, now that I'm back, it's like I can tell when there's some energy that's not coming from that realm. You know? Yeah, well, I mean, I get what you're saying. At the same time, I would just offer that kind of making that experience to be like the gold standard or a litmus test for my experience, and that's not going to work. Like, I don't necessarily rise or fall based on whatever you experienced shimmying down a well and going to another realm. Okay. how to say this, but I can just tell where you're coming from. Maybe that's because I went to that realm and now I'm back. I could just see where you are and what you are very clearly. Okay. Okay. That doesn't really land for me. I mean, you're seeing me through the filter of your own experience, no matter whether you talk to these voices and went to another realm. I mean, that's still going to be your experience, and it's still you using your experience to kind of, now that you're back in this realm where everything's so collapsed, now you're feeling like you can see me. But, I mean, I didn't have that experience, so I don't know if what you're doing right now with me is accurate. I just know that you've, had an experience and now you're different and now you're like judging me, which is ironic because you were so afraid of being judged by me. I'm not meaning to judge you. I'm not meaning to judge. Yeah, well, can't help if that's the way it comes across. You need to go. You gotta go. You want me to go to your grandpa's place and go down that well? Oh, I don't know if that well is just for me or for everybody. Well, if it's just for you, then probably nothing's gonna happen. I could go to the well and I wouldn't even hear a voice saying, "Come." I wouldn't even hear anything. Or maybe it wouldn't be a voice, maybe it would be something else. Maybe just a deep sensation or a feeling. I mean, I think you owe it to yourself to even try that. If you want to help other people, you at least gotta give this a shot. I'm not following that logic. I'm telling you, the way that I felt in that realm and the way that I feel in this realm, there's such a difference that if you don't know that difference, then no matter what you package for all these people about the oncoming AI revolution and displacement and replacement and all that, what I'm saying is I don't trust what you're saying because it's so collapsed that I'm not convinced you're seeing the future correctly, because the whole apparatus is too collapsed. Your apparatus of so-called seeing the future, I mean, you said it, you wake up in a cold sweat. That's like hyper collapse. That's about as collapsed as you can get in this realm and still be in this realm. To be honest with you, when I'm that collapsed, hyper collapsed, it's like I just went down a realm. That's what I'm trying to say to you. Like, if you really want to help people, you gotta go. And then when you get into that realm, and I don't know if it's gonna happen through the well or not, when you go into that realm and you experience what I experienced, I don't know if you'll hear two voices or whatever is gonna happen. I mean, I don't know. But when you get there, and whatever that is, and wherever it is, and whenever it is, you're gonna feel that expansion and that uncollapsed energy. And then when you get back here, you're just gonna see it. You're gonna see how collapsed people are, and you're gonna feel it. You're gonna feel your own collapsed body, but you're gonna, I don't know, I just have a frame of reference that you didn't have before, my friend. And then you're going to start seeing that other people are just operating out of that really contracted, collapsed energy. And then they're sitting there saying, oh, I know the truth. I see everything as it is. No, you don't. You see it through the filter of your collapse. And now everybody, we got millions of people seeing the future through a hyper collapse, through waking up drenched in sweat after a night terror. So you gotta go find the well. I don't even know what to say, man, because you seem really collapsed right now when you're telling me how collapsed I am, and I gotta go find my well. It's like, hello, welcome back from your realm, Mr. Collapse. Yeah, that's true. That is so true. I just actually got really collapsed about how collapsed you are. Hold on a minute. Let me go back to my well. Well, you know something? Here's this crazy part about that. I mean, we're joking, but now that I've been to that realm, now that I'm connected to whatever or whoever those two voices are, I still feel that connection. I still feel it. It's like I can call them up anytime. Okay. We could turn that into a screenplay. You're not going to be turning any of this into a screenplay, my friend. You're not going to be turning anything into a screenplay to leverage anything to help people with this oncoming AI revolution. Not until you go. Because you're not going to be helping anybody with prophecies that come from night terrors. You're not seeing things as they are. You're seeing them through the filter of your collapse. And you are seeing them. No, I can't say that I am necessarily seeing way out there in the future. But I am seeing in the present moment all these people making predictions and prophecies based on their collapsed state. And I can say that they're probably still going to be doing that in the quote-unquote future. So I guess I could see the future that way. And that I know enough not to listen. Find your well. What if my well is not like what your well was? Like what my well is, my friend. What if I'm not somebody who could actually find my well? What if I'm a nobody and you're just a somebody and you got a special talent? I don't think it works that way. Why? Because you have a deep need to see ahead and to help people. And now you're talking to me, and I went on this journey, and I didn't even try to make it happen. It just freaking happened. I heard a call. Okay. It's got nothing to do with me, though. Oh, it's got everything to do with you. Nothing to do with you. I'm just a normal guy, man. I'm just trying to help people. And that's what they told me. Your voice has told you that I was a normal guy? No. They told me that collapse is giving up before you've even begun. And that's what you do, and you're collapsing again. You know something? I'm starting to get that feeling. Just talking to you. When things don't make sense. Right now, nothing does. I can feel myself breathing. I could feel my heartbeat. And I don't really understand anything. Are you doing this to me? I don't know where I am. Are you? Are you my voice? At the bottom of the well? How are you doing this? I'm here. I feel so expansive.